But William Thornton, or Bill Thornton, as he is known, of Eureka, who is the plaintiff's attorney in this case, did take time to speak with WD News about the issue on this Wednesday. We tried to get as much as we can from him.
We filed this suit back in December of 1997, and we alleged that in the complaint, we used the language, and we alleged that the irresponsible logging practices of Pacific Lumber and Maxam and Scotia Pacific resulted in the large amounts of sediment flowing into the watercourses in the Elk River watershed from erosion and from mass wasting events that resulted in the down in the lower gradient reaches of the watershed where residents reside. It resulted in the aggradation of the stream bed and the accretion of the stream banks, the reduction in the channel capacity, which those three factors resulted in more extensive and more frequent flooding, and the denial of access on frequent occasions to my clients' homes, and the destruction and damage to the water systems, both domestic and agricultural, on the plaintiff's properties. And we filed suit for trespass and nuisance and sought damages, as well as under the Unfair Business Practices Act, Business and Professions Code, Section 17,200, we sought the disgorgement of profits. We also sought through the courts, we sought we were asking for injunctive relief, dredging of the riverbed and restoration of the watershed.
Now, I know that part of the agreement in this settlement is that you can't discuss the terms of the settlement, but in your estimation, I mean, let's say, is it all just money, or are there some action, for instance, that PL is going to have to take as a result of the settlement?
Well, the Pacific Lumber is under an order from the Regional Water Quality Control Board, and they have they're actually in the process right now of installing new water systems for some of the residents. And they indicated back on April 19th that in a late-night hearing of the Regional Water Quality Control Board that they would, they indicated a willingness to actually help get the river dredged. You know, whether that happens remains to be seen, but they, Jared Carter, their chief counsel and executive vice president, indicated then that that they were prepared to donate men and equipment to get that done, which would be, certainly an improvement.
How significant is this settlement, Bill? I mean, I know that some of the residents of Elk River have been upset about these issues for a long time. Is this going to make things okay?
Well, the residents that I represented, the 22 residents, were found this settlement to be satisfactory to them, and felt it was felt it was acceptable, considering all the factors that go into mediation. And as our joint statement indicated, the settlement resulted from mediation and direct negotiation. Considering all the factors that are involved in litigation, including the uncertainties of trials and the lengths of the matters, the length of time that can be taken up on matters on appeal, and it was going to be a long trial, and we felt we had a very, very, very strong case. Considering all those factors, the plaintiffs felt that what we ended up settling on was adequate.
Even though you can't discuss the terms, can you at least say whether or not money was involved?
I'm not sure. That's a good question. We were seeking damages, and let me put it this way, the plaintiffs felt that what they are receiving in terms of the settlement was fair, considering all the factors.
Now, with regard to issues around watersheds, watershed groups, the Pacific Lumber Company receiving a lot of criticism from other watersheds as well, does this signify any kind of a change in how Pacific Lumber will respond to other watershed groups, do you think?
Does it signify a change in how Pacific Lumber will respond to other watershed groups?
Mm-hmm.
I guess that remains to be seen. I know that the new president has indicated a desire to engage in new starts with various interest groups, and this will, I guess, time will tell. We're hopeful, as we indicated in our joint statement, that things can be there can be more cooperation in the past, and or more cooperation than in the past, and that is one of the intended or one of the hoped for goals.
Well, I understand that in some cases when you have a settlement with an issue that's been as long and ongoing as this one has been, and it's kind of a middle road, it comes through mediation, there's sometimes a little bit of a stick handed to the plaintiffs, an either or. If you don't come through on this promise, we can come back and take you to court again. Is there anything like that attached to this settlement?
I don't think that that I can really respond to that question. I'm sorry, but it was a good try.
Thank you, Bill.
We had a very strong case, I think, and it was very arduous, very it was a lot of work. It was very stressful on both sides. There were many depositions, a lot of discovery, a number of court hearings, and then a real effort at trying to work out through mediation a settlement.
Christy Wrigley is one of those plaintiffs?
She's the lead, the first named plaintiff, yes, and she's been at this now for over 5.5 years.
And that was Bill Bertain, again, representing the plaintiffs in that Elk River case. KMUD News 2 hoping to be able to speak with the representative of the Pacific Lumber legal team in that case. As the November general election